And once again, welcome. Thank you for joining, guys. As you can see, the house is full. I think this evening was meant to just be a super cool one because either the 360 was going to be great and surprising, or Red was, of course, going to be here. So, guys, kindly join. You know me, I like to go back home. Back home, they say you cannot invite a mountain to crack a walnut. So we've got three mountains in the house locking their heads together. So bring all the walnuts in because I think they are crackable. The mountains are hard enough. So Red, thank you for joining Empowerment Talks.
Thanks very much for being here. Always lovely to be amongst my UKians, that's for sure. And hopefully we will have some good questions, and hopefully we'll be able to answer those good questions. So get out there, guys, get your friends, get your family, get everybody else here, and let's have not only a bit of fun but also an informative session here with the Q&A, and maybe get some of your questions answered.
Exactly. Thank you. And of course, hi Andy, are you happy tonight?
I'm always happy, you know that. But I just wanted to clarify something. Yesterday you called me hefty. Today I'm a mountain. So I'm not sure what to think anymore.
It doesn't mean anything what you think. It just means that I'm appreciating you. So hi Collins.
Hello everyone. Good to see everyone again. Today we'll be on fire because Ash released a lot of things. So I'm really excited and I hope everyone is excited. Good to see Red here, Andy, and everyone.
Yeah, of course, the house is full. And guys, like I said earlier on, we need to invite everybody here. We cannot bring these men and keep them here and there's nobody to listen to them. It doesn't work like that. So it's a random thing. We know we're going to do our thing just the usual way. However, we've had a beautiful evening. I don't know if you would mind, my dear panel, to start from there, at least one or two things to just comment, or if you like, I'm always having a question though. So so was there any exciting thing at all that we think we can just comment on from what Ash just said this evening? I know he said a few stuff. Red, would you like to say something, please? Even just picking on one.
Do you know something? It was, it was one thing after another. I was pretty taken aback, really, of how much information he gave us yesterday. But it's safe to say that June is going to be an absolutely amazing month for not only all the founders, but as we heard, 2 million now are in ONPASSIVE, whether they're founders, users, or customers at the moment, over 2 million. And to start any business with that amount of people is phenomenal. That was one of the big news that came out from today with Ash. I think the next biggest thing for me personally really is going to make this a huge global business is the use of the MasterCard cards. Remember, guys, I am going to emphasize this and keep on emphasizing it. I've already seen it out there. It is not a MasterCard credit card. Okay, this is what they call a charge card or a prepaid card. So you load it first and then you use it. It's not a credit card. It's equivalent of a debit card that we have here in the UK or other regions. They will call it a charge card or a prepaid card. But that's big news, especially when he came along and said, not only is this going to happen this year, but also there will be a kickback from users to get money back on their purchases. But also, if you introduce somebody to use these cards, you yourself as well get a little part of that kickback as well. So my mind is already in overload as far as the possibilities of what that entails and what that's going to happen going forward. And there was so many other things as well that I'm not going to go over because I want the other lads here to say a few things about them as well.
Wow, thank you so much, Red. Thanks. So, Collins, did you take anything home at all, please?
Oh my God, it was really a lot, lot of information. I was just thinking about, the coming of the links, I talked about it this week. And again, the old mail having that particular kick where you can invite someone direct. That is a big plus for old mail. And I'm just hoping that with that coming along with mail, we'll have the new revamped mail and your links. Guess what will happen? You share it, there is video. You don't need to explain, like now a lot of people are sharing their affiliate links. And remember, I said there is no point. Even Maddie said it. There's no point sharing for someone you've not talked to, because what would they get? There is just nothing to explain. So you have to go and do all the explanation. And if you don't know how to explain ONPASSIVE properly, it's of no use. But with these links, you don't need to worry, because every information is there, videos for them to watch, which is a big plus. And I talk about old tracker, which is like massive. It's just, there's so much into old tracker, but that's a two take. I was just like, my head was just wrapping around.
Of course, that's already so much information added to what Red has said. And is there anything still left to say, please?
Listen, guys, I took a lot out of today, but the one thing I cottoned on to very quickly was the cars, the Majlis and the supercars, and the fact that we've done a deal with the Dubai police. Hold on a second, the Dubai police, right? But more than that, we're going to do these rallies in Paris, in London, and all of these other areas. You just hold on a second. Just think of the word that spreads, and it spreads very quickly, particularly when you've got people in supercars, because everyone looks at supercars. Now, to be fair, in Dubai, they're 10 to a penny, because everyone's got a supercar.
Right.
Right. But if you go to the likes of Paris and London and all these other major cities, these will show up more than anything else. Now, even the police in Dubai drive Lamborghinis. But they have to have those to stop the guys in the supercars.
I know.
But no, phenomenal. And yeah, I love the prepaid cars as well. Absolutely phenomenal.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much for that great, powerful summary of the CEO's outing today. However, it was going to be Q&A today. Nothing has changed. And guys, we need to put a few things straight. I'm just happy that Red came out today and you all are here, right? Because I know that you as well, we have been inundated. People are like, we are going live tomorrow. We're expecting, tomorrow is going to be a blast, and so on and so forth. Do you think anything has changed and stuff? But then even when he spoke today, did he say exactly that tomorrow was any exact thing, or did he talk about this week or the month of June? Let's clarify the 1st of June, because so many people took it otherwise. Red, would you like to talk about that, please?
Yeah, let's start off, and we need to keep the terminology correct in what is being said as far as June is concerned. What Ash said was, from the 1st of June or soon after, we are going to see certain things happening. Now, luckily, we heard it from the horse's mouth today, and he said that this week, so don't forget, June's tomorrow, that is Thursday, there's not much of this week left. He said we will see the MyLinks in our ecosystem becoming active, and we will also see the video and distributable template in OMail. That is all going to be active this week. Now, this is just the start. He also said within the month of June, and this was today live on ONPASSIVE 360, he said in the month of June, we are going to see 3 paid products. Okay, we're going to start off with OConnect, and he said this is days away. We are going to see OTracker. This is again going to be days away. And then towards the end of the month, we are going to see Odesk. These are 3 paid products that are coming to us in June. plus a lot of other things as well, guys, is going to be happening behind the scenes. He was talking about EKYC. That might be there as well within the month of June, not only for us to use within the organization, but also maybe if he can sort things out within that time frame, it will be another product that we can resell as users of the ONPASSIVE ecosystem. So really, I think the bottom line, as far as I'm concerned, is there certainly wasn't a definite day or date. It really is impossible to give the exact date of this, because when you are integrating things into something as big as the ecosystem, theory is one thing, practice is another. You might have all the theories of, yes, if we do this, this should work. But until you flick the switch, then you really aren't 100% sure that everything will integrate seamlessly, and a few tweaks need to be made. But we need to understand, guys, that all the hard work has been done. Okay, all the coding, all of the finesse, the finery, this has all been done. It really is just a matter now of integration into the ecosystem, and then we are good to go. That's it from me.
Right. Thank you, Red. Powerful as usual. So, Collins, Red just touched on something which I had in mind that you were going to comment on, or to give us a bit more clarification from your perspective. So, all Connect, all Tracker are going to be integrated in the month of June. What does that mean? Because it seems to be something really, and because Red also touched on it, if you can tell us a bit more about that, please. The integration thing, what does that mean?
Yeah, Red said it all. You know, integration is really a big part into the ecosystem, because most of these products, you remember that they are all standalone products. But now, why are we integrating? Why the OES? Because Ash wants us to have that single sign-on. It's because of the single sign-on. You come in and then you can access all the products as if you're navigating one product. But integration, because we should be very careful. Last time I was talking to Oliver, I said these are the things that a layman, when you are out, you don't really see it. But sometimes you can hit a problem. You think it's just easy to resolve. That problem can take weeks without any solution. Sometimes they go and they try to investigate, look at what is happening, check, and you just have that complete block of the system where there is no way you can do anything, and you just have to go back to the drawing board, find out until you get that problem resolved, then you can move on. So this integration is about API connection. So you use application programming interface because they are standalone products. So you integrate them. But what if you integrate OConnect and OConnect break OMail? And then it breaks, it's a chain reaction, breaks ONet and breaks it. So these are the things that people don't really look at it, and other features that we are used to navigating through. So there is a really thoughtful process when you are doing integration. As Red said, is right. There are things that you cannot put a date. It's just easier theory, but practically you can hit a lot of bottlenecks, a lot of issues, and until you resolve all those issues, get it right, you cannot just put the products in the market. So I used to tell a lot of fans, no matter how we are excited, we should know that this is technology and it's not easy to do.
Right. All right. Wow, that was just brilliant. I really appreciate. And guys, I hope that this really helps. So Andy, there is a question on the screen. I hope that you're happy to go on that. When I try to subscribe to any products like OConnect, it will not let me do that. Do I need to send a ticket? No problem waiting if it's a bug. Just thought I should ask. Thanks.
Okay, two things. First of all, as long as you've clicked your button up the top that says become an affiliate and you've signed your NDA, your non-disclosure agreement, and tick the two boxes, then as soon as you've got that and done that, then your link should come up. You then go to Marketplace, click on Marketplace, and it should come up with OConnect. Try your 14-day free trial. Click on that. Click accept. you need to then refresh your page, your web page, and up will come OConnect beneath OTrim. Yeah.
All
now, just a quick one. You've talked about integration, and one of the things that springs to my mind with integration is the fact that OConnect is our major product, and everything else will link to that over time. Things like Academy and OStaff, etc., all have this capability to link to that. So it's extremely important to get that perfect, and that's what they've done. Yeah, because everything is then, as Collins pointed out, integrated fully. Perfect. Thank you.
right. Okay, thank you so much. I will not be giving second chances today to go on a point, but if you feel that you have something to add to what some other person said, you just go ahead and do it. However, I'm just trying to pick as many questions as I can because there are so many of them. So, hello everyone. Do I need to share the links of all my accounts? What happens if I share the main account only? Red, that's a quick one, isn't it?
We can't hear you.
There you go. Okay, sorry about that. Easy one. First thing to remember, each account is standalone, okay, which means that they are not integrated with each other. Are we going to be able to integrate the wallets of these accounts in the future? Yes, we will be. But each account is separate, and it has been designed so that you only need one account. As far as do you need to share it? No, you don't. Remember, nothing has changed from those early days of an automated process by the company. Is it going to happen straight away? No, it's not. It's probably going to be happening when we get our domain names and our own websites. Then the company will be marketing on our behalf via their targeted traffic that they promised to do right at the beginning. But, and here is the but, if you want to get ahead quicker, if you want to reach whatever financial goal situation that you want to get to quicker, then share to people if you want to. You don't have to, guys, but share to people. Now, we already know that the company have been marketing heavily for a year, Ash said today. And he also said we're starting with over 2 million users. Now, you don't have to be a mathematician like our friend Andy is up there to realize that there's 1.4 active founder accounts. Now, 1.4 minus 2 million is 600,000. Okay, that means there's 600,000 users that are going to go to a founder. This is part of what the company said they were going to do. They are going to place people in your organization. As far as your separate accounts is concerned, you have to treat each account separately because they are a separate account, but you don't have to do anything at this stage. Thank you.
All right. Thank you to Red. Okay. So another question is coming here. Like I told you, I read it exactly as I copied it. So when I purchase, for example, a product, for example, OConnect, is it one-time payment or I have to pay to own it forever? I hope that makes sense. Andy.
There are several products that are going to be monthly paid, and I presume at this point in time that OConnect is going to be one of those monthly costs, same as the other video conferencing platforms that don't do anything similar, but are available. So with the one that we've been using in the past, there is a monthly cost. The greater the number of people that you want on the system, the greater the cost with that one. Ours is coming. With OTracker, for instance, it could be a monthly cost, a small monthly cost. With ODomain, it's likely to be an annual cost. There are going to be products that are going to be biannually, monthly, quarterly. And you may get a discount to be able to pay for them for the full year. So if it's £20 a month, for argument's sake, 240 quid for the year, you could be offered it for 200 for the year. I don't know at this stage, but there are some products that are going to be monthly, some quarterly, some half yearly, some annually, and some one-off.
All right, thank you. So the next question comes to you, Collins. Somebody is asking. Okay, yeah, Red, go ahead, please. Yeah,
I'm just going to go to Holly, which was asking about O Connect. She put another question in there. She's actually got the button under O Trim, but she can't subscribe. Well, Holly, the reason you can't subscribe is because O Connect is not active yet as a subscription. It's free to all of us still. Another 7 days has just been added, but as soon as it becomes a paid product, you get clicking on that subscribe button and it will come up with the amount that you have to pay to purchase and own that product. There you go.
all right. I think Jean just added to another response that the subscribe pay function is not yet activated for O Connect. So it's coming really soon, guys. So let's be patient. We're already there. So Collins, another person is asking that some of us are internet illiterate. So how do we become part of ONPASSIVE? Actually, they typed it on
ONPASSIVE is an automated system. You don't need to do anything to know anything about computers or whatever. It's plug and play. Anybody anywhere will be able to use ONPASSIVE. The only thing you need to do is to plug in, attend webinars. There's a lot of lives, training programs. It is just so easy for you to get into. Just log in and then you are good to go. There's a lot of training. You don't need to be, whatever you think. No. ONPASSIVE is for everybody. Everybody, anywhere. You can use ONPASSIVE.
Okay, that's simple and straight to the point.
Yeah, I'll just add to that as well.
Please.
For every single product, guys, there is a user manual. And you can access this user manual very easily. If you log into your ecosystem, you look to the top right-hand corner. There is a little drop-down arrow, like that. It's next to your name. If you click on that, you'll see profile at the top. But if you scroll down, it will say manuals. Click on manuals, and it comes up with every single product that is in the ecosystem right now, including the ecosystem. And that is an in-depth manual of how to use that particular product. There is also on most pages within the ecosystem, including the pages of the products, a tutorial video and also a orientational guide. We recommend very highly for those that are maybe a bit lost, not so sure of how to use any of our products, to do this first before you start playing with it. It will give you a much bigger orientation of these products, how to use them, etc. And it will certainly help you if you are a little bit shy or you're not quite sure and all the rest of it. It breaks it right down. Thank you.
All right, thanks. So another question comes like, would the opportunity to become affiliates end at some point in time, or is it going to be there forever? Andy, what do you think?
It's going to be there forever, guys, at the end of the day. We've got a potential customer base today of over 5 billion. By the end of the year, that'll be 6. By the end of next year, it'll probably be 7, because the internet is being expanded as we speak to countries and places that currently don't have it. So at the end of the day, no, it's going to be an affiliate opportunity continuously.
Wow. All right. Thank you. I think that was straight to the point. But guys, if you think that you have something to add to it, I don't mind. So there's something here like a quotation. I'll just read it as it comes. Single moms. This was a response to a chat me and Fumi had in the morning about was yesterday about how ONPASSIVE would help single moms. So the comment came like, single moms and dads need ONPASSIVE because it runs on autopilot. No boss, no deadline, no lifting up of your finger to do anything. And somebody came and replied on that comment, there is no such thing as not lifting up your finger and making money. So would you like to like clarify this, the idea of not lifting up a finger and making some change? Red?
Yeah, Collins has already said set and forget, plug and play. All these terminologies are what we're talking about here. as far as lifting a finger is concerned, yes, you have to do something right at the beginning. You have to set your accounts up. You have to pay for various products and the rest of it. This has to be done right at the beginning. But as far as the automation of the business itself on Passive, that is going to be taken care of by the company. They're going to do the advertising. They're going to do the targeted traffic to your domain names, websites. They are then going to not only close the deal automatically for you, but then you will see it dropping into your account. They're going to do all the followers up. And then they are also going to offer your existing customer base various new products, packages, etc. This is going to be ongoing in the background without you having to do anything. So in layman's terms, you have to set something up at the beginning, and then after that is entirely your choice. You can let it run automatically and it will generate for you. But obviously, if you want to generate your financial situation and goal quicker, then you have to do a little bit of work to accelerate that process. But you don't have to. And I think this is the bottom line of what we're trying to say here.
Exactly. All right. Thank you, Red. This one, Collins, you will go on it first, but I would like everybody to contribute because this, I think, needs some advice, especially for people back home. I'm sure that's where the question came from. So somebody wants to know whether a group of people can go in for one account, like a group of family or Njangi groups. Njangi groups here is a pidgin word for kind of common initiative groups and so on. Can they go in for just one account for all of them? Colin, say what you think and let's give some advice to those.
Yeah, I think, some people have been doing it. They can do, but this will come with a lot of legality because I always look at what ifs, what if not. So I think they really need to normally consult a lawyer, maybe signatures on that account and a lot of things, because ONPASSIVE doesn't say that, because remember, an account, you can't have double names when you are creating an affiliate account. It's just single name, single signature and stuff. So the system just look at who owns that account. But when it comes to having one account, I think there will be a lot of, I think Red or Andy don't really explain this because it's a side where it's a gray area for me, but it's something I know it comes a lot of, because what if there are no more, because we just have short time to live on this planet Earth, and then somebody just got up and say, my dad created for me and I own it. You guys cannot say anything. So they need to have like that signature. They need to meet, like, consult a lawyer for that.
Right, right. So guys, let me hear, Red. Let me hear what you think. Andy, let me hear. Would need to give a lot of advice.
I'll let Andy go actually, because we know about this because we are part of one. So Andy, over to you.
We set one up with a group. What we did have to do was to put an agreement in place that everyone signed, because technically there are, or potentially there are, difficulties moving forward. If we had to do it again, it would have been easier to create a company and have shareholders in the company and an agreement with regard to the shareholding. But yes, you can. My advice would be that you need to ensure that there is a full agreement in place to ensure what happens under various different guises. So what happens if someone passes away? What happens if someone gets has no interest in it, doesn't want to get involved in it? What happens if someone then goes away and starts something totally different and tries to drive everybody away from it? There's lots of legalities here and lots of questions that you need to answer, but you must be clear here. Every single position that you have is a business, right? It would be simpler and far easier to simply set up one, then a couple under, within the group. So there's no one, everyone takes advantage of it, because at the end of the day, the one that they're feeding then helps all the other groups. But from a legal standpoint, that makes it so much easier. Does that make sense?
Oh, definitely it does. It does. Thank you. So to add to, but I think that there's some various ways, because I shared something with the individual, but I thought that I should run it by you and hear what you say to add to that. I also thought that we're going to be fine, right? The apples are coming and they'll be here. Why not kind of just go ahead to do the ripple effect thing? You get a position for someone, you say pay it forward. You know, the moment you get it, you get an account for the rest and the other and the other. We're not in a rush and stuff like that. Would that be another advice? Like, because it depends.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely, Comfort. As I said, you set up one,
Yep.
and that one sets up others for the rest of the group, but you feed it or pay it forward. So as soon as that first one is activated, then they help activate all of the others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
But each of those, see, this then boils down to, or makes it easier to be able to reward the ones that actually do something, rather than just let the company do it
Exactly
on its own. Because if you've got one of those guys that says, do you know what, I'm going to take the bull by the horns and I'm really going to go for this, and he starts marketing for himself, so he's starting to build his own customer base, then he's going to earn a lot of money out of it. Now, the others aren't going to lose out, because, as we've pointed out, this is a fully automated system. But the guy that has that position that wants to do something, he's the one that's going to do well out of it, if he's going to, really get involved. So it's therefore far better to have individual accounts.
Exactly. So another question is coming. This one came to me privately. They're asking that, now that Ash mentioned eKYC today, banks and so on, all of those things, what exactly do we need to complete the process of the eKYCs? And so people are just worried. Those are mostly people from home, which I really do understand. So what document, what do they need, like, to prove their account and to verify their documents and stuff like that?
Okay, so we have to do this for financial services, but online it's slightly different. So generally speaking, you will need some form of ID with your photo. If you don't have that, don't panic, because what you can do is to go to a notary, and get confirmation, something in writing. But these days, with things like crypto wallets, etc., what they do is they allow you to take a photo of yourself with your ID. Yeah, you're not supposed to smile.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Sure. I'm nodding. I'm nodding. Of course, it's very helpful. Yes.
Yeah. But the old style know your customer details was a copy of your ID with a photo attached. So whether it's your driving license or passport or country ID, that's one. That's the main one. And then what they do is they also sometimes require your proof of address. Okay, so proof of address can be difficult for certain people. I'll give you an example. In Dubai, some of the roads don't have names. Yeah. Oh, Red lives on a boat. That makes it a bit particularly he moves around. Yeah.
Yes.
So we used to have to, if you go to see the client, you actually write down the description of where you're going. So you go past the camel on the left and turn right past the third palm tree. Seriously, this is how it's done. So again,
that's where I come from. Where I come from, that is what we do. So that's why
exactly. So again, don't panic. It's not a problem. When you go to see the notary about your ID, your passport ID or photograph ID, this is a true and correct copy of my photograph, etc., that the notary will sign. They can also do the same with your address. Okay, so for those in the middle of nowhere or living on a boat like Red.
Yeah, sure. I know. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Thanks. So somebody is saying that is I can't pronounce this name now for some reason. She says, I have some accounts for my kids and they are minors. To be able to sign the NDA, I removed their names and put my name. Now, can I put their names back? Thank you. Who is
Yeah,
interested?
I'll answer this. Right. Right. First things first, you didn't have to take their names out, because if you were reading your NDA before you signed it, you would see within the two tick boxes, one of them says, I am signing it either on behalf of myself or another person who I am looking after this account for. So you could have left their names there and you could have signed it for them, because you are the person who is looking after that account. As far as changing the name is concerned, yes, you can change the name back. It's not a problem. All it is a name on the account. You have signed the NDA to say that you agree to the terms and conditions. You are the person that is looking after that account. And as far as the name of it is concerned that's on it, it doesn't really matter, because you are the guardian of that account. But to your answer, yes, you can change it back. You go to top right hand corner, drop down arrow, profile, select the edit button first. So edit my profile, change whatever you need in there, but remember to save it. Once you've changed it, refresh the page and it should all have been saved for you. Back to you.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Red. So I think we should be rounding up now, but then we recognize the fact that some people might be watching here who are hearing about ONPASSIVE for the first time, and equally we have people in the house who are already on the part of it and they need a bit more advice and stuff. So what would you say as a take-home message for someone joining us as a who is not yet on the boat, Collins? As a potential user or reseller or affiliate or anything?
Yes, I would just tell them to take a look on ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE has everything for everyone. You know, this is a very good opportunity, which you don't want to miss it. You know, the earlier you come in, the better. You know, this is the best time, honestly, to take a look at ONPASSIVE. Just go, it's just easy, you know, make research. They say do your due diligence. ONPASSIVE has everything. So I would just say come in, jump on board. You don't need to waste, you don't need to, you know, contemplating or think like, oh, should I wait or not? Because you never know. You never know. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So Andy, I said a few stuff today. So what would you tell people to be doing these days, the month of June, beginning tomorrow? What would be the new activities?
I'm going to look at it from a business point of view. So there are millions of people trying to set up a business of their own, or wanting to work for themselves, or to earn an additional secondary income. Now, we have a business model that is different to anything you've ever seen before, because our CEO not only wants to provide value for money, but is not interested in the capitalist system, the likes of Google and Facebook and Amazon. Right? These are profit driven. We're value driven. So, from anyone joining or becoming part of ONPASSIVE, very soon, when you set up a business, normally you'd have to pay a fortune for stock and premises and all of these other bits and pieces. Now, there is going to be a relatively reasonable price or cost to be able to register a domain name. ONPASSIVE will help you build that because it's AI driven. They'll then be able to drive traffic to that website, close the deal with all the customer support, and pay you for every customer that comes on board that buys a product. Right? But if you want to get to the level quicker, all you need to do is to share. We don't do recruiting. We don't get involved in any of that. All we simply do is to share the ideas. And ONPASSIVE has made it easy for us because very shortly we'll have a video for every single product that's coming out. Now, this is just the start. There are over 50 digital products coming out.
Right.
Get in now, start at the beginning, build it up.
Okay, thank you. Thanks so much. So, Red, I will just leave it open. However, given that our sister Vavina is here, this is 4 a.m. her time, I think we should close it up on her question. She says, I'm thinking of creating an affiliate under a name that is village. I will manage all the expenses to develop that village so that so the village doesn't need to be computer illiterate. I think that's what she wants to say. Will this be something possible?
Okay, I mean, what I would be doing if this is what your passion is, Vivian, is you can either, if you've bought several accounts, you can use one of those accounts for this. I would leave it all in your name, but obviously you bless that village with whatever that account does. If you haven't done it already, then why not set up a brand new OMail, okay, with a brand new alternative email. You sign yourself up underneath yourself through your affiliate link, and then that is a reseller position underneath yourself. You can then grow that. Not only are you growing it for the village, but you're also then growing your account that you've signed yourself under. So it's a win-win for you, but also that village does it. One point I will make, though, is that eKYC will have to be done on every account. So it is imperative that the name on the account is something that can be verified through the eKYC process. Having a village in the middle of somewhere or other, you will not be able to do a KYC on it. This is why I'm recommending put it in your name, do the KYC, manage that account, but obviously then you can bless that village with any of the money that's in there and you can look after it that way. Now, as far as people who are watching this right now who are maybe looking at ONPASSIVE, are maybe a little bit curious, you've got somebody who's introduced you to it and you are just looking around for information, first place is always to go to onpassive.com. All of the information that you need is there on that webpage at onpassive.com. All of the headers, it is all there out in the open for you to decide. We recommend, though, that if you have been introduced to ONPASSIVE by anybody, you get back in contact with that person. It's only fair at the end of the day that they have your business. This is a business, like Andy has said, and you should treat it as a business as well. If somebody has introduced you to it, then do the right thing, get it back in contact with that person and make sure that you sign up underneath them. It is of huge advantage to have somebody who can help you in your ONPASSIVE journey. That's it for me. Back over to you, Comfort.
Thank you so much, Red. Thank you once again, guys, for joining us. And we appreciate all your comments and contributions. And of course, the questions too that you asked. Very brilliant questions. The thing here is that we have many questions and we are not able to take all of them now because of time constraint. However, if there's need, we'll come back in the next 1 or 2 days to just keep them coming. We'll definitely pick them up and come back as many times as we can afford to just get the things clarified, guys. Thank you. We appreciate. And why not go ahead and share and encourage people to watch this. It's painful that people spend this much time to do this and we don't see the people watching. And then they come back again asking at individual levels when we have it all put together here. So thank you, guys. Thank you, team. And see you again really soon. Thanks.